Sup, Nerdmigos? I'm the Jive talking nerd John Norgrove, and this is Nerd Jive. We're going to try to keep today short again. I think that the last video was like the perfect amount of time. 10 minutes is good. I feel like my 20s that I've been doing recently are a little long. So let's get right into it, guys. So first up, The Defenders on Netflix got a release date and a teaser trailer. So, okay, they got a release date of August 18th. Which is awesome, super soon, and a trailer, like a teaser trailer dropped. It's all of the Defenders in an elevator. I linked it in the Nerd Jive social media, so if you're subscribed to that already, you've probably seen it. If not, go below into the description, click on the Facebook link, and like and follow the Nerd Jive on social media. I share news articles and interesting tidbits and stuff like that. Not all the time, but a little bit. You're not going to get inundated with crazy shit, but definitely check that out. I shared that yesterday on social media, and it's linked below. It's real short, like an 8-10 second teaser trailer, but it's awesome, man. I'm super excited about it. So again, Defenders on Netflix, August 18th. Can't come soon enough, man. Can't come soon enough. Continuing with Netflix. So Netflix is kind of dumbing down the rating system. So I laughed so hard when I heard about this. So they're getting rid of the stars. You know how on Netflix you can give something 1, 2, 3, or 4, or 5 stars. So now you can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and that is all. So I guess they've been doing this for a while for like select regions and select users just to test out their algorithms. But they're rolling it out today, full blown. So they're leaving stars behind. It's thumbs up or thumbs down, Roman style. You know what I mean? They're using these percentage match algorithms. So what you'll find is that when you thumbs up or thumbs down a video, all right, it dumps the characteristics and like mathematical stuff into your private algorithm. And so that way, when you select a new video, you're gonna find a percentage underneath its title. It's gonna be like 98% or 54% or whatever. And that's the percentage of likelihood that you're going to enjoy the show. So that's interesting, man. I mean, I have a full article link below about it. It's gonna be real weird. I don't know about it, but it's going to be real weird. I've been giving things like this is great, but it's not the best. I'm going to give it 4 stars or 3 stars, or I love this, it's going to be 5 stars. And now it's going to be weird because it's like I either didn't like it, thumbs down, or I loved it, thumbs up, which is kind of like it seems too simple from a user standpoint. I get it from a programming mathematical standpoint. It makes their algorithms way easier to manage, especially based on the amount of shit they have to, like the amount of just raw data they have to process. But yeah, I don't know, man. I read that and I laughed. I was just like, come on. But you know, I'm gonna give it a try. Also, speaking of Netflix, real quick. So I downloaded the Windows 10. If you watched Monday's video, if not, go check it out. But I watched I downloaded the Netflix Windows 10 application from the Windows App Store. It's really nice, man. Holy shit. Smooth, fast. We downloaded it last night. It was amazing. You know what? I really like it. I said I was going to do a review on it, so I really like it. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. Download it. Also, I watched the 2017 Louis C.K. special. Oh, so good. Just perfect. Watch that shit. All right, done with Netflix. So real quick, we got a little bit more TV news. All right, so New Warriors is getting a TV show. So Freeform, the network Freeform, has already ordered direct to broadcast 10-episode comedy series for the New Warriors comic book series. All right, so these are the same people. Freeform are the same people who ordered the drama Cloak and Dagger, which is also based on a comic. The rumors are that they're talking to Kevin Bagel about writing and possibly running the show, being the showrunner. He's known for Scrubs and Cougar Town and Enlisted, which are all hilarious. So I think that he's probably the right selection for it. New Warriors is sometimes comedy and sometimes it's a little bit more dramatic as a comic book, but they're shooting for like a comedy series, which it's funny. I've done a lot of, I've looked into this a lot, and a lot of people are sort of against it. Oh, they shouldn't be making a comedy. How's it going to fit into the greater Marvel MCU? Blah, 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 blah. But we don't really have a comedy superhero show. I mean, like Amazon Prime brought the Tick back for a little while, which is great, by the way. But we need a little bit of levity, especially with like Marvel getting serious. Like Marvel series where they're still cracking jokes and stuff, and DC being like dead puppies and school bus fires serious, which DC, if you ever watch any of my videos, cut that shit the fuck out. All right? Don't be actually dark, and for the love of shit, shoot a scene in the middle of fucking daytime like an adult where there's light, and get whoever the hell you're doing for CGI, fire those fuckers and find somebody else. But yeah, you can be dark and gritty and still not be like, my fucking parents are dead, fucking angsty teenage bullshit. If you've watched any of my videos, I have an issue with DC and the way they're running the DCEU or DCCU or whatever the fuck it's called. They could be better. I like DC Comics and they're doing shit. Warner Brothers, get your fucking dick out of your ass. But either way, they're doing a comedy. It looks super exciting. The only like official character they've announced is Squirrel Girl right now. And I mean, I get it, right? Squirrel Girl is hot. She is hot, not like physically attractive hot or whatever, but like she's super popular. Real hot comic books. Right now, I don't get it. I've read a couple. I'm not a big Squirrel Girl fan. But she's real big, real hot, real popular. So they're gonna run with it. Like, why the heck not? So they got her. We kind of don't know who else it is. New Warriors is sort of like B-list, young, like obviously they're going for that like millennial or Generation Z or whatever the hell's going on with young people nowadays. But they're going for like that demographic. But yeah, so either way, Squirrel Girl's the only one announced. So just quick New Warriors facts kind of thing. So it was started in 1990. It's kind of been going essentially steady since then. A little on, a little off. That's Marvel's way. And then I found a list of some of the bigger names in the current run of New Warriors. I kind of wanted to go through those real quick. So I know like 3 of these. And the rest of them I've never heard of because I don't read New Warriors. Maybe I'll pick one up from the local comic book shop and check it out and give you guys a little bit of breakdown. But yeah, either way. So New Warriors current run is Heichi, Hummingbird, Justice, Nova, which is like Nova Corps Nova, Scarlet Spider, Sun Girl, Silhouette, and Water Snake. And of those, I know who Nova and Scarlet Spider is. Ooh, I know who Speedball is, too. I recognize Speedball. He goes by another name. I don't remember what it is. All right, either way, he goes by another name also, but blah. So, yeah, I don't know. I love comedies. I'm a big comedy person, so I want this to succeed. Scrubs is like one of the funniest shows ever. Cougar Town was great. Enlisted was great. So I hope that they get Kevin Bagel, and I hope he just take this where Scrubs goes. Walk right up to the line of inappropriate jokes and stand there and stare over the border. Just push it. Make the jokes. Make it funny. And prove that comic books and comic book franchises can have humor and levity to the nth degree and still succeed. Because what I don't want to see happen is I don't want to see Marvel follow the path of DC, where it's like, how dark and how brooding can we make this? I get it, it's dark and brooding, people are upset about stuff, but like, cool your tits, guys. Let's have somebody crack a joke. I'm really, am I hoping that the Justice League movie has some levity in it? I think it will, but again, I feel like it's going to be real forced. I don't know. I don't have faith in that right now. let's bring some levity to it. And on all reality, right now, based on the stuff that I've read, if anybody can do it, Kevin Bagel probably can. Also, I'm probably totally saying his last name wrong, but Bagel. That's how I read that. Bagel. Bagel is Bagel. Whatever. I don't care. If you know how to say it, link, tell me below, but whatever. And so the last thing I wanted to talk about, I know I'm kind of running through this real quick, but I got to do dinner and edit the video and blah. But the last thing I wanted to talk about was Elon Musk and Donald Trump. So Elon Musk sits on Trump's business council in an advisory position. All right, so this has come under a bit of fire recently. A lot of companies and a lot of CEOs and executives and this are pulling out of the from the business advisory council because they disagree with Trump. And Musk is staying, but the reason why isn't necessarily being talked about as much as it should. I've got like 3 or 4 links below that kind of talk about the different stories involved in this. But even me looking this information up, it was not like carte blanche, easy information to find. And half the articles I found were just like, Trump is turning Musk into an evil capitalist, kind of like fear-mongering, like modern media, big media garbage. So I just kind of wanted to talk about this for a bit. So Musk has on several times talked about and mentioned that he disagrees with Trump, but he thinks that staying with the council is the best way to change Trump's mind, to keep him informed, and to try to make him a better president. So basically what Musk is saying is like, listen, I understand that you guys don't like Trump. And whether you like Trump or you don't like Trump, it's kind of not important. What's important here is the point that Musk is getting. When you disagree with somebody, saying you're wrong and leaving doesn't do shit. You don't learn anything from it because, maybe you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong, but maybe you're fucking wrong. All right. And it doesn't fix them because maybe they're wrong and nobody's ever talked to them about it. When you reach a disagreement, and I've seen this time and time again, and it pisses me off. When you have a disagreement with somebody, talk it out. Be irresponsible. Don't yell. Don't scream. Don't make a big deal about it. But calmly and scientifically discuss the matter and talk it out. And if they're trying to convince you of A and you're trying to convince them of B, and you guys can't, you're going back and forth and there's no obvious end to this discussion, then say, hey, listen, that's fine. You believe A, I believe B. We're good. We're going to end it here. Shake hands and walk away amicably. It's fine for people to disagree with you. And I think that people need to learn that, a lot. All of this hate and crazy that's just spreading everywhere. People need to understand that it's okay to disagree. You can disagree and you can still help people. You can still advise people. You can still work with people, because when you disagree with somebody and somebody's talking to you about something, you know what? They might be trying to convince you A and you don't believe it. All right. But in the process of convincing you, you might learn something. You might come to another point of view of theirs. You might realize that even though A is still wrong and B is right, maybe the means at which you're coming to B is wrong. Or maybe the means at which you're having this information is less than accurate. So what I'm saying is people need to be open to discussion more often about this stuff. But either way. So Tesla and SpaceX, just to support his thing, Tesla and SpaceX both joined with tech companies against Trump's immigration ban on the 7 countries that are primarily Muslim in nature, even though it's not an actual Muslim ban, as a lot of people are talking about. Musk deeply disagrees with Trump on climate change, obviously, because Trump doesn't believe in climate change, and Musk has the ability to look at math and numbers and talk to people and be like, obviously there's some shit going on with climate, we should probably address it. So that's happening also. He disagrees with Trump on that, but he defends meeting with Trump to try to change his mind and to have an open dialogue, to try to make sure that Trump knows where moderates are coming from. part of his dialogue with Trump is he wants battery substations all across the United States where we fill them at nighttime when it's cheaper to produce electricity and easier to produce electricity, and draw electricity away from them during the daytime and try to rebalance the power grids because of it. With help from the battery power stations, as well as he wants to install high-speed rail and fix our aging infrastructure. I mean, our freeway system's garbage. We don't have a great rail system. You know, it's sort of like, hey, we've got a week. Why don't we take a shitty old train across country or whatever? He wants high-speed trains and bullet trains. He wants to tunnel, and he wants to improve the infrastructure. He wants to make the country better, and he feels that not talking to Trump isn't going to do this, which is obviously not telling the guy who has the power to make change that we need change doesn't do dick except for let you bitch about there not being change again. So that's why he's pushing for this, and I completely agree with him on this. Whether you like Trump or not, every time you tell him, maybe that shit you just said is stupid, he's gonna, even though he's crazy or not crazy, whatever the fuck you people think, right? He's gonna think, maybe that was kind of fucking stupid. So have communication. Open communication solves fucking problems. But I wanted to read this quote from Musk. I think it's gonna be super helpful. So Musk, quote, "In December, I agreed to join the Presidential Advisory Forum to provide feedback on issues that I think are important for our country and the world. In tomorrow's meeting, I and others will express our objections to the recent executive order on immigration and offer suggestions to change the policies. Advisory councils simply provide advice, and attending does not mean that I agree with the actions of the administration. My goals are to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy and to help make humanity a multi-planet civilization, a consequence of which will be the creation of hundreds of thousands of jobs and a more inspiring future for all. I understand the perspective of those who object to my attending this meeting, but I believe that at this time that engaging on critical issues will, on balance, serve the greater good." And I cannot possibly disagree with Musk on this. He might be a supervillain. I will 100% give you that option. He may be full-blown Dr. Evil fucking evil. But what he's saying there is perfectly goddamn logical. And you can't say no. You can't disagree. You can't say, well, you're helping out the evil administration or whatever the fuck your argument against it's going to be. What he's doing is trying to help us. Whether we agree or disagree, he's trying to help standard citizens for a better future. You want to retire on Mars? You want to buy a goddamn electric car? This is the motherfucker that's going to do it. And talking to Trump is going to make his life and your life fucking easier. So this fucking media nonsense against Musk because he's willing to talk to Trump, all right, is garbage. Just fucking white hot ignore that shit. Or at least do your goddamn research, because Musk does not agree with Trump on a lot of his shit. He just believes that he has the power to fucking change it. Either way, man, it's good for Musk. I hope that we all end up better because of it. But either way, my camera's boinking numbers and lights at me right now, so I think I'm running out of battery. Either way, I've been John Norgrove. Like, comment, subscribe, follow me on social media. Everything's linked below. This has been Nerd Jive. Stay nerdy, guys.